Hey there, Bourbon Street Joe here, with a crumb. Making a return today to a country I was always hoping to get back to. And yeah, good luck with that, because wow, this was not easy to find. Tear that. But I did. And I will put a link probably in the description below, or up or somewhere maybe here, to the company I got it from. MRE House from Poland. What did I get? Well, I actually got a Russian a Russian mountain ration. But that's not today's subject. Today's is a Belarusian. I super enjoyed the one I had. And I wanted to find another one. And damn. Not easy. Long time. Very expensive. Thankfully, they had a Uber sale on. Anyway, before this craps out, 2,281 grams, or 5 pounds and pretty much 1/2 an ounce. This sucker is massive for a 24. This one is actually the way they're supposed to come. Mine was not like this when I got it, but it has this blue tape on it, and then it's just tied with string. But I want to get into it. I want to see. Apparently the tape's not the best quality, but yeah, this sucker, like I said, I've been wanting to get back into this just from watching other reviewers. I think Traversing Foods was the biggest influence. I think he had 3 different Belarusians, kind of like an evolution of the ration, as it were. And yeah, I want to do the same. So thanks to MRE House, I was able to. I think another reviewer, who I shall not mention, has you may not be able to see that one, has ordered some as well, and I believe his cleared customs with no fuss, no muss. They actually sent me some jelly beans too, which is kind of skookum. So there is our best before 2026. I will translate. I haven't had to do that in a while. Translate it and put it up over here. But I am aware of what some of the components are. So these are both kissels, which are a hot fruit drink, usually a hot fruit drink, considering there's a kettle on both of them. Obviously a strawberry and I believe a cranberry kissel. Probably with a vitamin C and with calcium, maybe mostly. Again, I can translate and toss this up, but some lunch meat of some sort. Pate. A bumba, maybe? I don't know. Choco bar. Wafers, obviously. Some peanuts. Nice. 100 grams. Now, whether those are, I think those are just nuts. They're not coated or cracker nuts or anything that sort of thing. We have some beef something. That's pretty friggin' solid. Again, translation to follow. By the thing with the, I don't know. Some more stuff. See, they went with the cans. Okay. Now, oh yeah, here we go. Some tissues. I would no Aqua Viva. Are these tissues? Let's peekaboo. No, those are kind of vaguely mentholy and moist, so they're a moist tissue. Okay. Some crackers, biscuits, that sort of thing. Oh my. Looks to be a cherry fruit and nut bar, maybe? Until 2025. A big ass tube of condensed milk. Nice. Some chocolate. A couple of candies. Not sure what flavor that one is. That one has milk and what appears to be strawberries. So like cream candy maybe? Both seem to be like a hard candy. Some crisp breads of some sort. Looks like a tomato, rosemary, parsley, purple basil, juniper maybe? Again, we'll figure that out. Oh, another candy. Which we will guess at later. A bandy, foldy, bandy, bandy. Foldy, bandy, 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 bandy. Broken ass fuel tab in there, which has not fallen into anywhere else, so apparently it was just our storm matches with a striker. Coffee and a sugar, I'm guessing, which is okay. I thought there would be like tea or something in there, but it does not look like it. Some wooden utensils, a fork, a very shallow spoon, and a knife, napkin, garbage bag. And that's the contents of our Belarusian. Which is obviously quite hefty because, again, you're full of cans, but again, I've been waiting to get back into one of these for quite some time, just to see what the comparison would be between that and the one I initially reviewed years ago. Yeah, it must be probably close to 2 years now, I guess. But we will be getting into those and seeing what she's all about. So, yeah, maybe we'll just mealy this up and see what we can do. Be right back. Okay, we got some breakfast going on here. As I knock everything around again. So, I'll go with that one, I guess. Kissel is 175 mils of water. And it says boiling water. And it also says stir constantly while adding. I'm just going to have some coffee. I checked this out. This is a Nescafe Gold. That's what it translates to. So, unfortunately, the tear notch seems to be like right in the middle. Which I just noticed right before I opened that. So, fairly large granules. Again, don't usually, but pretty coarse. I'm only going to go with half because I might add some condensed milk to it. Probably just go with a 4-ounce pour on that initially. Let it do its thing. And 175 mils for our kissel. This is the cranberry one, and judging by the directions, you should add this to there first. And then it's going to gel. So it says pretty much stir constantly, not spill constantly. Good job. Just replace that. Oh well. It's live, so here's what happens. Splash more water. Considering how much water we already splashed. Grab our handy dandy handkerchief and try to soak that up. This was steaming about a minute ago when I put it down there and started filming. It is now not. Hopefully the kissel has not. That should thicken up on its own. Give the coffee a quick stir. That I actually gave probably about 20 minutes, I would say, or more, just in a water bath. It is, as far as I can tell, beef and buckwheat groats. So open our cookies, crackers, biscuits. It's as it always is, the densest thing there. Slight vanilla scent coming off those. Yeah, it's like super stodgy. Like I said, you could just sit there for. Man, I gotta replace another one. You could sit there for I don't know how long burning that in a can over that little foldy bendy thing, and good luck. So I gave that about 20-25 minutes, just in simmering water. Brought it to a boil, brought it down to a simmer. The condensed milk is already gooping everywhere. Probably not the best contrast, but yeah. Yep, that's just sweetened condensed milk. Wow. Maybe. You know what? That's pretty damn good where it is. I could add maybe another 2 ounces to it, but pretty good. Maybe I should just stop jamming that back in there every time I do that. And again, probably don't want to add all the sugar. No, that's good the way it is. Biscuit, nice little embossed pattern on it. Very crumbly, vaguely sweet. That works. And you get 2, 4, so you get 10 of those. Not resealable. That's a bit of a pain. I would probably be ill if I ate that entire tube of condensed milk at one sitting, so I don't know what you're going to do And that is the only hot beverage other than your Kissels. So there's no tea, there's no other coffee. It's very mild flavor, not super sweet, not really sour either. And now our beef and buckwheat. Again, this was steaming, but it's cold, so. And I mean, that's a solid dish, as it always is in the Eastern European ones, right? Beef with barley, beef with buckwheat, can of Tushonka. Which is pretty much my three-course meal for today. Barley, then the buckwheat, then the Tushonka. Or sorry, buckwheat, barley, and then the Tushonka. Simple seasonings, salt, pepper, probably bay leaf kicking around somewhere. In that. Kind of stodgy. Not a bad way to start a breakfast, though. I mean, other than the fact that you can't do much with those, other than maybe toss them in that plastic bag. But, yeah. Oh well. Pretty solid breakfast. See you back at lunch. All right, back for lunch. So this is our beef and barley. Yeah, that's still soggy, thanks to that. It's a little, well, you can probably hear that. It's a little creamier than the outraged duck back there. It's a little creamier than the buckwheat and beef and buckwheat. I think we'll go with our ham with lunch as well. Let me see, just like a lunch meat kind of ham. Yeah, so the crisp breads or the flat breads are a tomato and Provençal herb or herb Provençal. So I can't really see it going well with, I mean, I guess you could have it with that, but right. A little meat jelly going on in there, some aspic, which I have come to, well, and some fat. I don't know if I really enjoy aspic or just tolerate it, but yeah. Sadly, it tastes metallic. It's not bad, it's not off. It's just what it's in. There may be a bit of garlic in there, I think. It's a very homogeneous texture. Yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't want to see a standard canned like flakes of ham or something like that, because it doesn't have that individual texture to it. But it's not quite as like brickish as a Spam is, so maybe halfway between. Try some of this. So that is definitely creamier, as I was saying, moister than the buckwheat and beef. But other than that, almost identical flavor. Other than what is imparted by the barley or the buckwheat itself. I find there can be a little bitterness sometimes with buckwheat, which is not present at all here, but because that is, of course, barley. As far as what else, I mean, I think the peanuts and the flatbread, crisp bread, and the bars. We may just do a quick snack roundup. The chocolate we'll do with the Tashanka for dinner. And I didn't have them. I had set that aside for breakfast, but I kind of forgot. Probably flatten that out and translate it. I'm not sure what flavor that's supposed to be. Whether that's a rose hip or bayberry, sea buckthorn. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's kind of vaguely melted and conformed to the wrapper, but almost like a strawberry taste to it. That was pretty quick, but I'll continue with that, but I'll try not to talk around a candy in my mouth. Again, a quick lunch, but meshing everything together correctly. Right? You wanted to do Tashanka for lunch, maybe with your crisp bread. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. There's more to come, and we'll see you guys at dinner. Be right back. Okay, so we're in the rapidly congealing dinner snack round here. And again, this was rather warm. Brought it down, set it down, and now the fat's already starting to congeal. So, as with your standard Tashanka, it's just a chunk of meat and a lot of fat. But again, a lot of calories in there, right? Lots of protein. Yeah. Seasoning is, and I won't say average, but it is definitely typical. It is salt, it is black pepper, and digging around because, well, there was a bay leaf in there at one point, so it's probably sunk to the bottom, but yeah, there's bay leaf in there. But yeah, just a solid, literally solid piece of meat. Tastes great, as it always does. Like I said, a lot of the Eastern European rations, when they do a Tashanka, it's simple. It's boiled meat, or braised meat, I guess is a better way of putting it, because it's tender. It's not, something that's boiled rapidly that just toughens up. It's something that's braised over time, with very simple flavorings, but again, really tasty. There is your liver, which has a bit of liquid zipping around in there, but super smooth. Metallic taste, obviously. It is in metal, but I mean, liver does have a metallic taste to it. It is a lot. It's a lot more solid than like some of the livers are very creamy. This is more like almost gelatinous. It's not. Yeah, gelatinous is a good way to describe it, but it's mild. Spicing's probably a little different. There may be, again, some onions or garlic or something in there. Our Provençal tomato provençal, tomat, flatbread. Oh, okay. That is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was literally going to be, like, that's almost like a keks, like a Slovakian, Czechian, like, you know, like you can see it's the way it's kind of been extruded. It would have been extruded like that way through a die, so it just forced out and then dried or baked. It's very light, very airy. Despite its claims otherwise to being flavored, I mean, that's very, yeah, that's super mild. Like, there's hardly any noticeable flavoring to that. But again, whether you snack that or meal that, or I mean, that's your dinner or snacks or in between meal or whatever. We have our bar, which I'm guessing is going to be like looks like a chocolate covered, chocolate bottomed and chocolate drizzled, like granola bar. There's obviously some sort of fruit in there, rice puffs, raisins. Well, big hit of cherry flavor. Like, even before you bite into it, you can just... So I'm guessing that those are cherries, not raisins, but... Very sweet. Or bumda, however you want to pronounce that. Yes, I'm probably mangling it. Yes, I apologize for that. It's not easy to get into. And yet, this is fun to get back to, like this ration in particular, just to see the evolution of it. I don't know if that's a little abused or it's broken in half, but... Very light, very airy. No real distinct, like a hazelnut or a... It's just a chocolate wafer bar as far as I can tell. Our chocolate, which is pretty darn thick. Like, holy crap. And I'm starting to... Nope, that's not it. No. I think it might be a fudge, not a chocolate. That's a fudge. Very sweet. I would... whoa, 2 cubes maybe, but yeah, that's going to be an all day snack. That's not a... I can sit down and eat a whole bar of that. Peanuts, which smell like kind of like roasted salted nuts, like a dry roasted, which they probably are not, because roasted, maybe lightly salted, but definitely not like a Planter's dry roasted peanut. Oh, okay. Even though it's purple, it's yellow. That's a lemon flavor. And this one, I think I said, was possibly a strawberry. Okay. It's very sugary. I don't know if I'm getting any cream vibes off that. Obviously, there is a center there, which is probably strawberry. Yeah, other than that, that's the whole ration covered. I'll probably throw up a translation for either of those when I do that. The other kissel I'm not going to drink, even though I have locally found a Russian-Ukrainian deli, or I suppose I haven't found it because it's been here for years, but I've recently found in that deli, they sell kissel. So I have a source for it, but I still won't try it just because it's a very interesting component. I can send to somebody or whatever. But yeah, so get this cleaned up, get that finished up, and we'll do the what we did, what we didn't, and weigh out and get out. Be right back. All right, so we'll go with what we did not, which is all going to be in here. Which is 103 grams, and I will throw in this just because I used what I used on the biscuit and the coffee. 266 grams or 9.3 ounces. Obviously, you would consume that in one day. I would have a hell of a time consuming an entire tube of condensed milk in one day, but yeah. So what we did, obviously, of course it won't. Why would it? So I'm going to do that with the thing and the stuff. Okay, so if it behaves, and yes, we will include our twine, because that makes 3 grams difference. 329 grams, or 11.6 ounces. So pretty close to a pound. I'm sure once everything's said and done, it would be a pound. But that is my return to Belarus with the latest 2024 still well in date ration. Pretty dang good. The only weak component I would say would be the crisp bread, and that's just because it really didn't seem to have any flavor, and quite honestly, I think I prefer the ones out of the Czechian rations, just because there's the corn, protein or light and dark. I can't remember if the protein was even in the Czechian ones, but there was one that had a protein crisp bread. But yeah, pretty darn solid, and happy to be back. To be honest, quite thrilled. Anyway, I'm Bourbon Street Joe. That's it. Bye.